Hey guys, back with another one. So I wanted to cover on this situation with Chrisean Rock and also with applewatts. I advise the trolls and the haters to fall back. I will block you. This is very sensitive content, and I do not want any disrespect. I will put the link where to follow applewatts, his page on IG. But it just resonated with me, her situation, and I thought of Chrisean Rock when I had made the decision to talk about her situation and just how cruel people can be on social media when people have downfalls. She was a bright and shining star. I don't care what people think of what my opinion is. She got herself in a situation I think that she was taken advantage of, in my opinion. We know the allegations. I'm going to say allegations, whether or not we found out that it was true about what her sister did to her. But this is what happens to people that are in social media. And I felt when I listened to her, like she had to explain herself. And in my opinion, I felt like it was because you just have people that their hearts are just cold, and they probably were having some sort of negative criticism for the actions that she took behind the decision she made with her housing. So I want you to listen to this, and I will explain how it ties in with Chrisean Rock. But again, please be respectful.
Hey, what's up, y'all? God, you good? Okay, how do I can't like TikTok. Alright, y'all. I'm about to address some drama, and it's so crazy that I'm in. I don't need to be at all. I'm about peace. Like, I don't understand. Basically, she helped me get an apartment a year ago, and I didn't even know who she was, and I didn't know who she was. She hit me up. She invited me. So I picked random apartments. And that's why I moved to an apartment that's $2,000. I moved to an apartment with $2,000. And so and then I found out she legit. So gradually she basically she did it for free, but I had to work. I promoted her. I said I started working for her and everything. And then that's why I made that money. She didn't give it to me. She did not give it to me. She promised me a gang of stuff, like she's gonna help me get a furniture with a CPN. She's gonna help me get a TV with a CPN or whatever. But she did not fall through at all. No, I'm not gonna hate on her business.
This is where it ties into Chrisean Rock. You got people around you. Are they on the team, or are they against you? Because first and foremost, if she had a serious team that was on the team, they would have told her, yeah, state your case of you being scammed allegedly. And they're saying that she was, like I said, allegedly. There's a lot of stuff swarming around the internet, and it's really sad that she's trying to get back to full recovery. She had an accident a few years back, and she's trying to get back to Apple Watts. She was shining when this happened, and she's still shining. To me, she's still a shining star. But somebody should have told her not to be up here talking about a CPN. We all know that's against the law, and it is definitely, in my opinion, a scam. And a lot of people don't know what a CPN is, and I didn't either. And I have people in my real life that have done some serious time with white collar crime, and that was never even discussed with me, and I'm close to them. And it's against the law. It's illegal, and you can get in some serious trouble. But sometimes people take advantage of your heart, and they put you in situations, and then they want to expose you. And I really believe that something was said for her to have to respond with this woman, or a group of people that maybe this woman told, and then now it's smoke with Apple Watts and this woman that allegedly scammed her and put her in this situation. We are not above life's classroom. People are just really heartless. They try to get you at your vulnerable moments, and she's at a vulnerable moment right now because she's in recovery. And sometimes when things like this happen, they happen because people see you're not on top like you was, and they've been in their heart, you know, on some hater status. And as soon as you fall, instead of when they're looking down on you, they should be picking you up. They they drag you and they scam you and they do, you know, like a lot of betrayal, and they do it to people like Apple Watts at the most vulnerable time in her life because they simply don't care. It's all about a bag. And it's really sad, and it just ties back into Chrisean Rock. You know, I mean, I hope this doesn't go on long, whatever's being spewed out here on the internet, but I honestly hope that Apple Watts focuses on her recovery and not what the BS is going on social media, because this is just to me a smear campaign, something calculated. I don't care. You're gonna have people saying, "Well, she probably knew what a CPA." We're not gonna get into that. That's not. We're not here to. It's not no exposed video. This is just a video to let you know how money is the root of all evil, and people will do some undermining slimeball stuff and then expose somebody. And right now, Apple Watch is not even, and she'll probably even say it herself, I'm not even where I was. I'm trying to be where I was and then, you know, higher than that. And you're just trying to just bring me down.
I think I'm not a hater. And I text her, I still say, and I told her sorry, but she not going to tell y'all that. I guess because I got in defense mode. And then I told her I want to go in peace. That's all I want to do. I have bigger problems than that. But she took it to the internet. I did not want to go to the internet at all. Basically, I did not. That's why I said I want to go in peace. Because if I can blast somebody, you know I'm good for blasting somebody. You know I'm good for that. But I'm thankful. Like I said, I'm thankful for what she did. And she did go, and I thank her for that. You know, she did not buy me no groceries. She did not do that. She gave me $2,000 for, basically I got her 5 clients. And every client hit me up 3 weeks later. And basically, I guess she bad at communication. That's the only thing. And then I blocked her recently. And then, because I was supposed to move out, I was leaving my old apartment, right? And then I hit her up a month before I had to leave. And then basically, she was saying she's going to look for an apartment. She's going to help me with an apartment. Then she disappeared.
Wow.
So I gave up. And then that's when I had my ex-boyfriend do it on a CPN or whatever. Do it with his CPN or whatever. So then they needed verification of income. So that's when I got played by the boy. I got scammed. And then when I posted on the internet, that I had 300 comments. So then she wanted to hit me up. I blocked you a month ago. So why all of a sudden you feel sad that I blocked you? Why you feel...
Okay, she says the boy. So I'm taking from this. You guys can chime in, help me out with this. So is it the ex-boyfriend that she used? She's saying she used his CPN. She got scammed. She clearly said that. We don't need no receipts. It came out of her mouth. Whoever did it, boy, girl, whatever. Why would somebody in the right state of mind, they know her situation, do this? That's all I want to say. And it's so sad that, like I said again, at a time where she needs to be focused on herself 100% and being selfish, she has to deal with people that are just trying to come up off of her. It's like she's trying to rebuild her life, and people are just doing like undermining things and not even having no remorse for it. Just going to sleep, waking up, and it's not even on their conscience. And it's really sad. And then what happens is you're scamming her and doing all kind of undermining things to her, and she gets the run of it.
But like, if I'm so important to you, why it took you a month, but it took people to hit you up for you to hit me back? That's why I said she following clout.
Wow.
Because I don't think she did it from her heart. I think she thought she was going to get some revenue or something. And so, after that, whatever, I didn't get the apartment, got scammed. And then I got all the comments, and then that people, she hit text me and said, why you blocked me? I'm sad. But I blocked her a few times. There's a gang of times I blocked her already. Because I blocked her. I basically didn't want that apartment because, and not just because of that, Because basically she keep prolonging. I've been in a hotel for almost a month.
Wow.
So you know my situation. Everyday cost. I spent my deposit at these hotels. So she know my situation. Why she wanted to help. You know, so after
See, people will do this because, see, like I said again, before her accident, she was getting money. I don't care how she was getting it, she was getting money on social media. And sometimes people do things just because, and people can also do things because her situation, she's, not put up properly. This is like temporary. And she's got to be spending some sort of money. She's not really making no money right now because she's recovering. And she's spending money while she's waiting on a broken promise. And I just don't understand how people just do these kind of things.
I spend my money for the deposit so I can move into an apartment. And then after that, she make a comment. She say to me like, it's on my time. Like,
wow.
I hit you up a week ago and said, what's up? Because the people need a verification for the income. She said I'm on vacation. So I left her alone because she don't like bugging. She don't like people that bug. So after that, people she kept prolonging the verification. I'm going to show y'all. She kept prolonging the verification.
See, people do these kind of scams on people also because it's she got gutsy with it and still went live about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not something that you want to put on the social media CPN because it's illegal. And usually with those kind of CPNs, you can get like really nice high-end apartments, and they can get you income verification and all those credentials to come along with it. It's like a package deal. But I understand that she wants to tell her side of the story, but see, these people that did this to her, or a person that did this to her, they figured she ain't gonna go on no internet and tell them that because she's just as guilty as us and breaking the law. So, right there you could just tell that, this was intentionally set up for her to fall. They knew that she was in a situation, and that's when people try to get you at your vulnerable moments. And she fooled everybody. I hope that there's not anything that backfires on Apple Watts. She doesn't need that, but there are repercussions for what people do to people. And I just hope this doesn't fall back on Apple Watts because I don't know. I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt. Maybe she doesn't know because I know it took me a while to find out what a CPN was. I hadn't heard about it until the last couple of years, and I'd be too afraid to use one because that's just like a new identity with no credit to. Sometimes it looks good in certain places where you can get whatever you want. The sky's the limits in some cases if you know how to work it, the CPN. But if you get caught, you can get jammed up. So it's like, who is behind your team? And obviously she at the end of the day only has herself, because I think that whoever was supposed to be behind the team would have probably advised her to bring up the situation but not get into full detail. And this is what Chrisean Rock does too, because I'm gonna tell you something: you got to pick and choose your battles. You also have to be mindful that even though your job was on social media and still is where you get your bag at, you can't share everything with everybody.
She said, you know how they send you an email verified? They said, can you have 42 hours? So she verified, she put something in the computer or whatever, the email, whatever, and puts it for 3 days later. And then it goes to 2 days again, then she puts it again. So I'm like, that's a sign. And I told her, I'm a spiritual woman. Like, I do not do that beef. I can't. If I have beef with somebody, I like to get down. And I cannot do that right now. And secondly, she in a whole nother state. What can I do? Like, what's the purpose? That's why I wrote her and said I want to go out in peace. Because the same way I blasted that scammed me, the same way I could blast her. Because one thing, she non-professional. She like drama. And I don't like drama. And then after that, she doesn't communicate. She bad communicator. She know that she a bad communicator. I told her that. And she said, okay, my bad. You know, and then after that, she had me get up drama. I'm not about the drama. None whatsoever. I'm just trying to heal. And
That's
then,
right.
like she said, she told me to put blast. I guess she put, like the same thing she doing with me. She had me put on my page, and she said she gonna pay me, and I said okay. So I put on my page, and then after that, she didn't pay me, and then I texted her and said I don't do that type of.
See what I'm saying? So, my conclusion is what it is on that, taking advantage of her downfall, but trying to ride off her clout. And now you ain't gonna pay her the bag. And you're doing that because she can't be at her full potential or what she could do if she didn't get into this accident. Now you want to play in her face and force her hand to have to come online and address it. See, that's what I'm saying, how people do a lot of things for clout, for a bag, and it's like no honor. Nobody lives with the consequences, or they don't have a conscience. They don't care. It's about the money, and they're already visualizing probably in their head, when I get this come up, I'm gonna do with it. But you got to sit with yourself at one point and say, but how did I get this money?
Drama. I don't do that drama because I avoid. And then she said okay. And then after I just took it on my page. She didn't pay me at that. You know, for my services, it costs money. Like what? And I was working for her. I was getting her clients, and every client complained about her not communicating. She blocked people. She do that stuff. She take their money. She block them. But
Making her credibility now look bad, making Apple Watts' credibility look bad, but don't care because she's already got what she wanted from Apple Watts, and now she ain't even paying her.
she work on her own time. That's not a professional. Why you take somebody money and take them 3 weeks to hit me talking about she not answering? It only take a week to get an appointment. You know, plus, how I feel. I'm in this situation. You know I'm in hotel rooms. At that. It costs money. I don't know what is the beef. Like, I don't want no beef. I said, and I called her. Then I said I apologize out of anger. You know, out of defense mode. I said I apologize because God told me to apologize. And it's too.
And she shouldn't have to do that. You trying to make it right with somebody that wasn't trying to make it right with you. And it's really sad. She got to humble herself because the person that did her wrong ain't humbling themselves.
It's 3 or 4 reasons why I don't want that appointment. Because basically it was just that because they want her to log into a bank for me to verify my income like that. That's kind of weird. So I said no at that. That's good. And though after that, I said no. Well, I'm not going right now because I'm in a hotel. I go once. I try to go because I got to do this on my own. So okay. So when I applied for the apartment, I told her she sent me a gang room, but she didn't. She filled them out, but she didn't put out the income. She didn't do the check stuff. She didn't do none of that stuff. So I said, I know how she works. So I picked one specifically, and then I told her that one, and then she said okay. But then I submitted it. I paid basically at first. Let me tell y'all first. At first, she said she was going to do the application fee. You know, because knowing my situation, I ain't got no money. She said she was going to do the application fee was $350 or whatever, $16. So I said, okay. And then she said, then the day of me about to do it, I guess the day when she was supposed to submit it or whatever, she said, well, she can't do it. She ain't spend no money. I'm like, okay, well, all she got to do is tell me. I'll figure out how to get the money. I'll raise the money, whatever I got to do. So I
just doing everything on her convenience. It sounds like this chick was doing, not realizing I have to get somewhere permanent to live, because even though I'm in the situation I am as Apple Watts, they still can put me in the street. Everything's about money. You can't live anywhere for free. She's trying to get stable so she can work on, getting herself better. And this chick is acting all heartless.
can get the hotel. And so I said, give me a few days. And so the people gave me a refund of $250 from the last apartment. And then I used that and asked my ex-boyfriend, I need $110, $120 for the for me to fill out the application. I guess an additional holding fee for the apartment. So I end up he worked 2 extra days at work or whatever. He worked an extra Friday and a Saturday. So he made like like 300-400 basically. So the day of the me to fill out the application, I got up early, and I got up early and I asked my homemate, can you please take me to the store? Please, I got to put money on this card. And so he said, okay. And so after that, I had to beg my ex-boyfriend for $110. And I'm like, this is an apartment for us. What is it for us? He said, no.
Wow.
No. And then he just laid there. I had to beg him, literally beg him. For a whole 35 minutes, I had to beg him. Because he wasn't trying to give it to me.
Wow.
So I'm thinking now that is the sign right there. Then we get to the CVS. I finally get $100. He didn't give me $110. So I had to figure out how to get the other $10. And then I got to pay for it to get on Nestbin. And so when we get to CVS, my homeboy went inside, but they took the money out. They took the money out of the money I was supposed to put in the card. So I only put $280. Like, what? I said, I got to have exactly the amount. And so here I had to figure out how to get the money for the application fee. At that,
You see how she got to go through all of that? Now, prior to this accident, you think she would have to go through all this? Nope. That's how people do you when they see that you down and out. It's really trifling.
I had to put like $40 or $10, but Nestbin, that you cannot put I owe $4 on the thing. So they said they can't put just $4 on it. You got to put $20 on it. So I had to come up with $20. I had to figure out how to do that. So now I had extra money on the cash on that Nestbin card. So then he messed up the first time, and then I had to come up with to figure out how to do this. And then I finally put the money on the Nestbin card, and then I paid the application fee. So I assumed everything was done. And then after that, I looked in the emails. Finally, I got in the emails. I looked in the emails. They I guess the apartment wrote me, said they need to verify the income. And I'm like, what? I thought this was already done. She had a week prior to this, and then a week she went on vacation. And I respect that. I don't give, you do what you want to do. I don't care.
That's an
I didn't beg for her help. She came to me. And then after that, a week, what I'm talking about. After that was a sign because she messed up putting the money on the card. Me begging money. And then she disappeared on me for the second time. Because she could have prevented me being in hotels. But instead, she didn't. I spent I spent all my deposit money that was for me to move for me to stay at a hotel. At that. I know she's doing it for free. That's her choice. And plus, I didn't ask for her help. She came to me.
I wish that somebody was helping her out more. You can clearly see, and this is only my opinion from what I'm hearing from the horse's mouth. You would think that because of her situation, family, friends, we know what her sister did. She can't trust her sister. Allegedly, they're saying they're not even really close no more after that alleged stunt that she pulled, taking money from Applewatts from the past. We're not going to get into that, allegedly. But why isn't the government alone, just by her situation, helping her 100% until she's at least 80% back to health, all the way where she can do it on her own? I'm not understanding this. It is so sad. Right now, obviously, she's not getting enough. She's just getting by with what she's getting. And she's got people, the little she does have, trying to scam her out of it.
Because people was hitting her up. Then that's why she doing it for clout. She don't do it from the kindness of her. Because if I'm your real friend, if I'm somebody, your sister, somebody you love, if I blocked you a month ago, why are you barely noticing now? If it's somebody that talk to you every day, somebody you deal with, somebody you worried about, somebody you care about, if you block me, I'm going to look for you. I'm like, what? Why you block me? You would have been said that, but she was blocked for a whole month. And then when people hit her up, Then she want to say something. That's the same thing she did it for clout. But you know, I gotta do it from the kindness of heart. Like I basically, it's just like, it's unprofessional. Like she blasted me or whatever. She thinks she hurting me, but she not hurting me. I ain't said nothing wrong. I said I want to go in peace. I denied the permit because I go by signs. I go by signs. God said, let it go. Because guess what? I was being with my ex-boyfriend for like almost 2 years. And we've been on and off, on and off. And basically, I was like, I don't think I need that apartment because he gonna know where I stay. And then I had to beg for the money. And then it's like bad or, you know? And then I guess God must say something like, I don't know. If God was telling me, like, I couldn't hear nothing before. Because
So this video live on her IG page was put up. It says right here 1 day ago. So this is recent information and recent update that she's letting us all know about what's going on in her life. I will most likely do a part 2 and let her story be heard. But I really wish the best for applewatts and Chrisean Rock, because it just resonated with me when I heard this story. Wow. Chrisean Rock ain't the only one going through it, and I'm hoping if she's listening in the bushes, she sees that I pointed this out as an example of, people do these things, man, to everybody. And it's really messed up. But this is just how life is, man. And we just have to protect our eyes and our ears. We have to always remember that people that smile on our face are not our friends, and we just got to move on from it, try to make better decisions. And sometimes we do better when we're alone. Now in this case, she needs people around the Apple Watts. She's not physically able to do everything like she could have prior to her accident, and it's really sad how she's going through this with people that can physically, with 2 eyes, look at this girl, this woman, and see that she's in need of help. And she's trying to help herself. And in the process of her trying to do that, she has somebody trying to assassinate her. And all she's simply trying to do is get stable. And you got somebody trying to run some game because they know that she's in a bind. She's in a desperate situation because she's not able to do for herself like she was prior to the accident.